It's day 2 of Explore 28-Day Journal. I'm Teresa Rodden, the author, coach, and advocate for women to break free. Why don't we take a couple of deep breaths and kind of become anchored to our space and centered? So go ahead and put your feet flat on the floor or cross-legged, whichever. Hold your body straight. Relax your arms, your hands in your lap. Bring up your shoulders. Deep breath in. And then let them drop and exhale. We'll take one more deep breath in and exhale. Breathing is so important to help keep us grounded, especially if you suffer with anxiety, which I have since I was 17 years old. And I can honestly say over maybe 20 years, there's only been a handful of times where I've had to medicate my anxiety, and I've always been able to control it with either breath work or exercise. And of course, mindset's really putting things into perspective. Sober is really about making our days count, not counting the days that we don't drink, because sobriety, its true definition, does not mean abstinence. What it does mean is that you have a clear head, and that you are steadfast, and that you are calm, and that you are cool, and that you are able to, respond to life as it comes at you, and you're not having to react to it because you're spiraling and going through what I call the pain drinking problem process. We get stuck into this cycle where we have problems and we drink because of the pain of those problems, and then we create more problems, and then we have more pain, and then we just create this cycle. And I realized I was in that perpetual cycle for years before I ended up nearly imploding and had to get sober. So we're here at day 2. And so today I make a conscious choice to, what are you consciously choosing today? What are you calling in today? Something that you're going to be consistent with. Just for today, we're not talking about tomorrow or at the end of 28 days. We're just talking about today. So today I make a conscious choice to, and then I choose this because it's important that we're aware of why we make the choices that we make. Are we making them by default, or are we making them because that's what everybody else is saying? Are we making that because that seems to be what we should do? Or is it informed by our own exploration and curiosity? And that's why we're choosing it. And again, at the beginning of the journal, or before we start the days, there's an opportunity for you to set an intention for the 28 days. And that 28 days is not about counting your drinking, it's about exploring who you are. And at the top of the journal, it says, an opportunity to explore my relationship with alcohol. And I scratched it out and put me, because it really is about you. It's not about the alcohol. It might not make a lot of sense to you about the conscious choice for change. So that's why I encourage you to get the journal so you can read exactly what that means. So a little holy sober insight, that's the next part. And it says, before I got sober, I remember the only thing I wanted was to survive. Just make it through another day, feed my kids, keep the lights on, and drink away any remnants of a once bright future. Go to bed, wake up, and move through the exact same day again. And that was my life. So your writing prompt today is, what I want is, so I want you to, again, think past the drinking or not drinking. I want you to think about your life. Think about the day of your life, you being as healthy as possible, you being the exact person you would like to be. And what are you doing? What are those characteristics that are really exemplified and people see and recognize you for? What are the activities that you're participating in? Who are you becoming? So think about, what I want is, And I can tell you that when I first, I was only a month and a half sober, or abstinent, I would even say, when I asked for peace. I just wanted peace. Peace was my guide. So and I still use that 16 years later, is if something is causing me unease, I find a way to either eliminate it or work through it or make peace with it. How can, there are some things that you just can't change. So what I wanted was peace. And what that looked like for me was, confronting things as they come, not stuffing anything down, learning how to have clear communication, learning to ask for what I needed, things that bring me peace. So I want you to get, what do you want? Not just to quit drinking. What would not drinking give you? So what do you want? Your writing prompt is, what I want is, and then again, replay this, hit pause, do the writing, and then come back. So the closing quote for today: if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. Andrew Carnegie. So that's the message for today, is really have something that you're moving towards. Have something that's getting you out of bed. Have something that is drawing you forward. And be excited about life. That's it for now. So have an amazing day. Thank you. Thank you.